Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unlock Law Online English. I am Advocate Kritika here with a new video on Donoghue versus Stevenson. This case is very popularly known as Snail in the Bottle case and also Ginger Beer case. Now, if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video about the law subjects. Now, moving towards the case, let us understand what are the facts of this case. On 26 August 1928, May Donoghue and a friend of her were at the Melody Cafe in Scotland. Donoghue's companion ordered and paid for her drink. The ginger beer came in a dark bottle and the contents were not visible from the outside. Donoghue drank some of the contents and her friend lifted the bottle to pour the remainder of the ginger beer into the tumbler. The remains of a snail in a state of decomposition dropped out of the bottle into the tumbler. This caused her shock and severe gastroenteritis. He lodged a writ in the Court of Session, Scotland, which is the highest civil court, seeking damages. Now, let us understand what are the issues that were raised in this case. The main issue was whether the manufacturer owed Mrs. Donoghue a duty of care in the absence of contractual relationship. Now, let us understand why there is a statement that says that the contractual relationships were absent. This diagram will help us to understand the same. Stevenson, the producer of ginger beer, entered into a contract to sell the beverage to the cafe via distributor. The cafe, in turn, supplied the ginger beer to Mrs. Donoghue. While there is a contractual agreement between the brewer, the cafe, and Mrs. Donoghue, it is important to note that the ginger beer received by Mrs. Donoghue was from her friend and it was a gift. Therefore, it did not establish a contractual relationship. Consequently, as there is no formal contract between Donoghue and Stevenson, there is no basis for pursuing legal action for breach of contract. In this context, parties argued the case as the manufacturer stated that there was no contract between him and Donoghue, and therefore he could not be held liable for any harm caused to her by his product. Wherein Donoghue argued that the manufacturer had a duty of care to ensure that the product was safe for consumers to use and that the manufacturer was liable for her injury as a result of the defective product. Here in the slide, you can see the statue of the snail in the bottle legal heroine, Mrs. Donoghue, which is unveiled in that particular street. Now, moving towards the judgment. In the legal journey of Mrs. Donoghue's case, her success was initially realized in the outer house, making the first instance of triumph in the legal proceedings. However, the manufacturer against whom the case was brought managed to overturn this initial outcome and emerged victorious on an appeal at the inner house. Deterred by this setback, Mrs. Donoghue determined to seek justice and decided to take her case further. She appealed to the highest judicial authority in the United Kingdom, the House of Lords, which is situated in London. The court held that the manufacturer was liable for Donoghue's injury and that he had a duty of care to ensure that the product was safe for customers to use. The court held that the manufacturer had breached this duty of care by producing a product that was unsafe for consumers to use. There need not be a contractual relationship or privity in order for the final consumer to sue in negligence. It is the responsibility of the producer and not the fault of the consumer. The court also recognized the then controversial neighbor principle, which said that you owed a duty of care for your neighbors. A neighbor is anyone who would be solely and directly affected by your action that you should have had them in mind while making the decision. So this is all about Donoghue versus Stevenson case. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section so that I can answer them, or you can contact me via WhatsApp in this number provided below. Also, you can avail this particular notes by pinging me in WhatsApp. And also let me know if you have any other case laws which you find difficult and you would like to have the video on. Thank you for watching.